All right, we're on to day 10. You guys are doing great. We're back to your lower body compound lifts today. So 3 of these 4-minute movements are gonna look familiar to you, but make sure you pay close attention because we're adding cues and we're also adding an exercise today too. So the very first movement you're gonna see Justin do is the barbell back squat. You're gonna see him do that in a different angle, so pay close attention to all the cues we talk about. The second movement, you're gonna see him do the hip thrust. The third movement, he goes into the walking lunge. And then the new exercise that we're adding to this day is the transverse step up. Pay close attention to this exercise, listen to the cues that Sal and I give you, and then make sure that you hang in to the end of the video where Sal's gonna bring this all together for you.
All right, we're back into the barbell squat.
The king of all exercises. So get under the bar, just like we did before, right? Get under the bar, squeeze the shoulders back and down, bar rests across your upper back. You take a slightly wider than shoulder width stance, and you squat down with good control, keeping good tension throughout the body, good posture, maintaining tension in your core, your knees straight ahead or even slightly out but not in, feet flat on the floor.
And a sign that you guys have been doing your mobility exercises well and often, you'll notice the squat should feel more comfortable. So if you were doing your mobility exercises that we put in this routine, you should see a little bit of improvement from the first time you were squatting.
Next up is the barbell hip thrust.
All right, we're back over to the hip thrust, Justin's favorite exercise that we do.
Now remember, you want your bench across your upper back, barbell across your hips. You might want to use a squat pad. We finally found a use for a squat pad across your hips so you don't bruise yourself. Feet flat on the floor, press into the floor, elevate your hips, squeeze at the top, go all the way down to the weights hit the floor. The tempo you see in this video is the tempo you want to mimic in your workout. Next up, walking lunges.
All right, here we go. We are into walking lunges with Justin here.
Remember, take a big step forward, lower down with lots of control, barely touch the floor or just hover above it with that back knee. Most of the weight is on that front leg, and when you step forward, you're propelling yourself forward. You're coming up and forward at the same time. Most of you will do this with just body weight. Some of you stronger people use weights like the ones Justin is holding in his hands.
Remember, we're doing 8 to 12 reps, so you should be able to get at least 8 to 12 reps on each side, holding on the dumbbells or body weight. If you can get more than that, maybe increase the weight.
Excellent. Next exercise is a new one. It's transverse step ups.
All right, we are on to the transverse step up. So transverse just means Justin's going to rotate as he goes to a step up.
So notice as he steps up, he rotates his foot out, steps up, and then he rotates back down on the way down. He's not stepping up and rotating. He's actually rotating with his leg and then stepping up. Big difference.
He's going to stay on the same side. He's going to get 8 to 12 reps. Real similar to your step up as far as the rules. Good posture, chest is up, shoulders are back. Take your time on this movement. Really concentrate on opening the hips up because that's what we're working on.
Control is key here. Remember, mimic the tempo you see in the video for your workout.
All right, guys, you're doing your lower body strength training compound movement day. You're repeating a lot of the exercises you did last week. We did the barbell squat just like last week, the hip thrust, the walking lunges, but we added a new movement, transverse step ups. Now we did that because we're trying to bring everything together. You did your heavy strength building, muscle building movements, but then we wanted to have you change planes to incorporate all of them. We want you to be functional and strong and also look good. So you'll notice as we progress you, not only are you adding more weight and more reps, but we may also be adding different planes of motion, making the exercises or the movements more difficult as you progress. So this is the second week. Next week, it's going to get a lot more difficult. Also, 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps, stays the same. You're probably going to find that you're stronger this week. You may be able to do 2 to 3 more reps or add 5 to 10 pounds. That's the idea. See if you can progress yourself. If you can't, that's okay. Get better form instead. But if you can progress, you should definitely do so. Tomorrow is mobility. Remember, mobility helps facilitate recovery. Don't skip those days. Make sure you do them as consistently as you do your traditional resistance training. Now, make sure you share these videos with your friends. Get everybody involved. It's 30 Days of Fitness, a new workout every single day. Also, subscribe to this channel. We post new videos all the time.